Like most of you, I've really missed flying, so I set out to find a way to test the waters while limiting my risk. Emirates' latest suite offers top-notch privacy and extra distance, so when the airline started flying it to JFK during the pandemic, I didn't hesitate to book. Of course, safety was my top priority, but it didn't hurt to have a bit of luxury thrown into the mix. I'm Zach Honig, and this is Airplane Mode. All right, Zach, we are at JFK. Where are we going?
We are headed to Dubai today.
Dubai. The Zach and Zachs are checked in for Emirates first class.
Game changer, brand new suite.
Hi, welcome on board.
Thank you.
Business class in.
Everyone, this is no ordinary 777-300. So we've got business class right here, and then I am going all the way up front to the first class cabin. Now there's only a total of 6 first class suites, so even when the cabin is completely full, you've got a lot of privacy. This is me, Suite 1E. I'm home. I might normally choose a window suite like 1A, because I love a window view, but this plane has a really cool, unique feature called virtual windows. So I actually picked 1E in the middle of the plane, and the reason I did that is you got a lot more space, and you still have a window view thanks to these 3 displays on the side of the suite. And you've got a real-time view of the outside of the plane, so not really missing anything by being in the middle. Oh, hello there. Got a cool reflection here in my cupboard. So I've got this cool little storage area here. You can see it. Got some hangers. I don't have anything to hang up. I'm actually just traveling with a backpack, but nice to have that for sure. Let me give you a quick tour of the suite though. So I mentioned those 3 virtual windows behind me. So there they are. It is about 10:30 at night, and you can still get a pretty clear view. So those are some pretty powerful cameras, I'd say. So we've got a full sliding door right here, and then a slide up window you can see right here. So this actually closes and the door closes to completely seal off the suite. Once inside, you can use this cool little control panel to control everything from the lighting. So I've got these red lights right now, but I can change the color. I can make them yellow if I want. I can make them blue, darker blue. A few different options there. So I'm gonna go back to red because red is my favorite, but you can also change the levels too. You control a lot of the suite, including the entertainment system if you want, from this nifty and pretty gigantic tablet right here. And I can actually use this to communicate with the crew if I want to place an order and I don't want to press the flight attendant call button. You can actually do a video call with the crew, which is very cool. And then I can control, look at that, my virtual windows are disappearing. So that is all controlled right here with this side panel. I also have, and you can probably hear it now, my own vents. And so with the doors closed, I can still get as much air as I want in the suite, just using these very COVID-friendly vents right there on the side. Also a 32-inch screen. So right here behind my very large selfie mirror, got a large 32-inch display right there at the front of the suite, flanked by 2 mini bars. This is easily the closest I've ever come to flying private. It's gonna be one hell of a flight. One of the biggest perks of flying first class is all of the amenities you get. So I'm not sure I have room for all this stuff, but I'm definitely gonna use it during the flight. We've got these pajamas, really, really soft pajamas. Got an amenity kit here with Bulgari amenities. I've got shaving foam, I've got a razor, deodorant, perfume, tissues. Over here we got a little notebook, a pen, sleep oil, pillow mist, eye cream, facial toner, towelette, an eye mask, a refreshing towel, slippers, and then this is actually for all Emirates passengers now get this travel hygiene kit, which includes a couple of surgical masks. Then we've got some gloves, some sanitizing wipes, and hand sanitizer as well. So all of this stuff comes in your first class suite. Now, Emirates requires that all passengers wear masks the entire flight with the exception of eating and drinking. And so I plan to take mine off for maybe 30 to 45 minutes during the flight to just eat and drink as necessary. Otherwise, I'm going to be wearing a mask. Now, for boarding, I have an N95, which I generally feel more comfortable with, especially when traveling through the airport. but Emirates provides these surgical masks, and I will switch out to a surgical once the flight gets underway and I'm able to close my door and really kind of close myself off, turn my air vents up to high, and make it as safe as possible.
How's your journey going?
So far, so good. Oh my gosh.
Laying up the table for you.
Okay, so it's an all-in-one situation now.
Service modification, everything comes in one-step service. Dom Perignon 2008 vintage.
I would love some Dom Perignon 2008 vintage. Thank you. And dinner is served. I got pain mabouche, I've got my appetizers, even the caviar, so they are not skimping. I've never actually had caviar served like this in first class, but makes sense given the pandemic. Even have the rolls individually wrapped. So I'm gonna close my door so I can safely take off my mask and enjoy the meal. So you may have heard me describe the suite as fully enclosed, and it is effectively. So I am closed off from the aisle. I've got a door that slides shut. I've got this window that slides up as well, and the wall goes all the way from the ceiling to the floor. But there is one exception, and that is these slats. And so air can pass through the cabin into the suite. I do have my own ventilation here in the suite as well, but just something to be mindful of. I feel comfortable moving to a surgical mask because of the distance between the other passengers, but keep in mind it is not completely enclosed. So if that's what you're after when you're flying, this doesn't quite hit the mark. I never get too excited about eggs on a plane, so I went with the dinner for breakfast option, which includes another serving of caviar with all the accompaniments, smoked duck appetizer, this delicious looking filet, and individually wrapped bread, and some really nice red wine and sparkling water. The food's been pretty fantastic so far, and here I've got my chocolate torte and some more chocolates here as well, but the highlight is definitely the Hennessy Paradis. And so this is a $1,000 a bottle cognac. And so I'm really excited to try this out. I figured you might want to know how the $1,000 a bottle cognac tastes. And I might just not be a cognac person. I'd say if you're flying Emirates first class, definitely try it out, but I'm not sure I'm gonna be buying a bottle. As eager as I was to fly, I wasn't about to shell out the almost 14,000 bucks I'd need to book this round-trip adventure with cash. Fortunately for me, Emirates was offering award seats, letting me fly the world's best suite from New York to Dubai and back for just 217,500 miles, and about $400 in cash. One thing I love about Emirates is that it's easy to transfer points in from a handful of credit card programs. If you want to learn more about how to book an Emirates award for yourself, we left an article linked in the description for you to check out. It was a fantastic flight in Emirates first class, and now we've got the VIP treatment here in Dubai as well. Got the buggy to immigration and then off to the hotel, but definitely a good way to end an amazing flight in Emirates first class. Overall, Emirates has done a great job of boosting safety without impacting the experience. It was really easy to forget that I was flying during COVID. Getting to fly the world's best suite from New York was an extra special treat. You really can't beat the privacy and the ability to distance from your neighbor. A big mid-pandemic plus.